What is up, YouTube? Christmas Primary back at you with yet another video. And this time it's of another Christmas special. Sort of. I've done Christmas movies in the past on this channel, but I've never actually reviewed television Christmas specials. You know, I thought about doing them for the longest time, but I don't know why I just haven't thought about doing them until now. I was at work yesterday, and I was talking about it with one of my coworkers who's known me for a while. And he told me, dude, why haven't you done this one? I'm pretty sure it's one of your favorites. And I looked at him and I thought to myself, you're right. Why haven't I done this one? It's one of my favorites. Why haven't I done it yet? So I decided I would review it finally. After being on YouTube for, what, 7 years now? 8 years? 7 years. And I still haven't done this one? How time I get started on it? So, today I'm going to be talking about probably the very first TV Christmas special that I ever actually, enjoyed growing up as a kid. And that was Ed, and Eddy's Jingle, Jingle, Jangle. Oh my gosh, I remember it as if it was yesterday watching it on television. What a special. I believe it came out in 2004, about a year before the very short Season 5 premiered on Cartoon Network. There was kind of a gap. I mean, I think the episode Take This, Ed, and Shove It aired in, I want to say, 2003. And there was a really long gap between them. We hadn't gotten anything new. But that was aired in 2004. And this was the Christmas special. We'd gotten an episode related to Christmas before, which was the one where it was on Piggy Bank. Do you remember that episode? But this one's a completely different concept. The film opens on Eddy rummaging through his house, trying to find where his parents stashed the Christmas presents. Let me stop you right there, because first of all, why would Eddy's parents go out without him on Christmas Eve? I mean, it's Christmas Eve. Aren't you supposed to spend it with your family? But that's just me. That's my 2 cents. You'd think they'd take him with them, but I guess parents don't like him that much. And he ends up finding the Christmas stash. And he starts rummaging through the presents to see what he got. And he is utterly disappointed to find out that he got clothes. And not even clothes that he likes. In fact, this Christmas special uttered one of the most iconic Ed, and Eddy quotes of all time. A dickie? They still make these? Like, that's probably one of the most famous Ed, and Eddy quotes to this day, and it's been, what, almost 7 years since the series ended? That's still one of the most iconic quotes. And Eddy is just pissed off. In another part of the cul-de-sac, Ed is preparing for Santa's arrival, going as so far as to take the chimney from one side of the house to his side, so that the fireplace is in his room. Talk about being really strong. And Double D decides to pay him a visit and tries to give him a poinsettia, and then Eddy shows up. And Ed and Double D try to talk him out of it, tell him about the true spirit of Christmas. But then Eddy gets the idea to put himself up for adoption. Literally. He decides to throw himself out in the snow and hope someone will take him in. And he goes all over the cul-de-sac. He goes to Johnny, he goes to Rolf, he goes to Jimmy, he tries to go to Kevin, he tries to go to Naz. All his efforts fail miserably. Just an uber failure. And all while he's doing that, Ed and Double D are trying to remind him of the true meaning of Christmas. Now elsewhere, the Canker sisters are having their own little Christmas celebration. And they see a light coming from Eddy's flashlight that's shining off a mirror in the sky. And I think it's... If any of you are Christian, you know the story of the 3 wise men who traveled to Bethlehem. That's kind of what this replicates, because they get all bundled up, they're wearing the paper crowns they got in their firecrackers. And they find Christmas presents along the way, like, gold, myrrh, and frankincense. Well, they find mold, frankincense, and fur. And eventually this all accumulates at the end. Like, Eddy finally discovers the true meaning of Christmas, and then hijacks all the presents, but not before they get any returned to the kids. And then the Canker sisters come along, and they decide to have their way with the Eds, and we all know how that ends. And, like I said, if you grew up watching Ed, and Eddy, you'd love it. I mean, I wouldn't recommend watching it if you don't watch the show. You really have to watch the show to appreciate it. Like, the same thing goes for Hanky Panky Hullabaloo and Boo Ha Ha, the Valentine's Day and Halloween episodes. You really have to be a fan of Ed, Edd and Eddy to appreciate the holiday episodes, especially Jingle, Jingle, Jangle. Because you gotta know all the characters and their crazy antics, and, you know, just that. You really have to appreciate all the characters and what they are like when you watch this special. It does definitely have that Christian message to it, because like I said, with the three Canker sisters parroting the three wise men traveling to Bethlehem. And it definitely pushes the envelope a little bit, like, dare I say it, Naz's outfit that she was wearing when Eddy stopped by her house. Yeah, definitely pushing the envelope. Ooh la la. But yeah, I'm not sure if Cartoon Network aired it all this year. I don't watch Cartoon Network that much anymore, since they stopped airing the good shows. And since they moved Transformers Robots in the Sky to 6 o'clock in the morning, which I'm not going to get up that early to watch. But I'm pretty sure you can find it on YouTube, and I think it's on iTunes to download. But it's definitely, if you like Ed, and Eddy, it's definitely one of the good episodes. You know, the people at AKA Cartoon and Danny and Tanuki, they definitely knew what they were doing when they made this episode. And it's really enjoyable. I love it. I'm actually probably going to rewatch it once I'm done filming this video. But yeah, definitely would recommend watching it if you're an Ed, and Eddy fan, or if you grew up watching Cartoon Network in the 90s and 2000s like I did growing up. But yeah, I guess that's about it. Later, guys. I am out of here.